Good morning, everybody. We are on page 357, continue the laws of Nitlas Yadayim. And the topic is called Ofen HaNetila. This is the type, right? How far does water have to reach a person's hand? So this is something which sometimes we're a little bit lenient on. Oh, sorry, we started this actually already.
Yeah, we did.
We did this. My mistake. We started this already.
I don't know where we started.
We said L'chatchila, about the 28. We concluded that it has to cover your entire wrist, although we did see other sources that for the knuckles over here, the knuckles over here. We concluded that really you should try, even maybe and say even L'chatchila, even b'diavad, you must wash your entire hand, and to wash less than that is not considered sufficient. However, I think we concluded with the Yalkut Yosef, which said L'chatchila, the water should go to your entire hand. If you're running short of water, then at least until the end of the finger itself. Okay. The question is, here we go. How many times? So that we said originally that this doesn't have to do with anything in terms of cleanliness, but rather has to do with tuma and the laws of tahara. And therefore, says the number of times. Here's the tour. Number 29. Dinatila sh'adam shofech mina kli twice al yado. The first time, harishonim tmeim. V'ashnim metarim mitarishonim. So the first time you put water over your hand, it's, shall we say, the metama water because of your hand, and then the second time, actually, shall we say, cleans it. B'sefer hamitzvot katav masha maskir ma'im rishnim v'shnim haynu davka b'mayim shebaim leteher. מלבד אלו צריך ליתן עליהם פעם אחרת כדי להסיר מהן לכלוך בכל דבר שחוצץ. I mean, the first times you're washing your hand is because maybe you have a bit of chocolate on them, let's say a little bit of dirt on them. And so the second time is the one that's used for Nitlas Yadayim. So really maybe you need to wash it in fact 3 times. Why? Because once you have the dirty water, then you have your hands are dirty, and then the third time is actually finally cleaning them off. So
kind of like a precautionary measure.
So that's exactly. So the Beis Yosef on this actually says, "V'davar pashutu she'im yadav nikiyos da'alo b'shtei pamim." If hands are clean, so if the first time is to remove physical dirt, the second time is to remove the hands are meluchlach from a tuma perspective. The third time then is ma'im tarim. So what happens if your hands are clean? If your hands are clean, I think most people, unless you just ate something, your hands are relatively clean. So then you don't need to do it twice. If your hands were physically dirty,
most people
then you should do it
wash
thrice.
Their hands just quickly. Nowadays, it's easy to just wash your hands very quickly before you do on the Nitlas Yadayim.
And there might be an issue with washing your hands before because your hands need to be dry. So then you have to be careful to dry them off. Okay. So what do we see from here? How you would say? However, the Rishonim, based on the Mishnah in Yadayim, it says when it comes to Tahara, im shafach al yadav revis bevazachas yadav netarin. If, however, you're able to pour in one shot a revis, remember revis is so kos, right? 86 milliliters, so we're talking, basically 3 ounces. So if you take 3 ounces, which is not very much at all, and that you dump over your hand at once, that's all you need. That will accomplish the meluchlacha and the tahara. All right.
For if you do 1-1?
1-1. And that is in fact the psak of the Shulchan Aruch. That one time is sufficient. 31. Meaning, if it's that first time, you just need a k'tzat, just to remove the chlach luchit. Then you do the second time. However, if you don't have anything, let's say, dirty on your hand, or chatzitza, you don't have, let's say, shmutz, or you don't have any dirt, or you don't have any chocolate stains, shovech al yadav revit, you just pour on your hands a revit, b'vadachat, in one shot. And remember, those cups of the Yadayim, those cups are big, right? That's many, many, many times more than a revit of water in those big washing cups. And you will not need to do it a second time. So you can, in fact, wash your hands once. And
so why don't we do that then today?
Mishnah will tell us why, I believe. It says the Ramah, that's also, you don't have a lot of water. Rochetz techila ma'at, just a little bit for the lichluch, and then shofech revit vein tzarich mayim shlishim. Okay, Mishnah Berurah. Take a look at what he says here. He'll tell us right here and at the end. Oh. No. There you go. That's what I knew. It was here somewhere. 33. That's what it's referring to. Says the Mishnah Berurah, Revit b'vad achat hatam. The Revit b'vad achat asahu kemikveh. Because if you do Revit in one shot, it's like a mikveh. The metarat v'gam b'mayim torim. Meaning, if you go to the mikveh, no one says, "Oh, dunk twice." I don't even know maybe dunk twice, but with mikara din, just dunk once in mikveh. Mikara din just need to go once. So if that's the case, so why have to wash your hands twice? He says it's true. Once is sufficient. You don't need it the second time. However, Kishaya al Yadol lichluch with the varachotze says Mishnah Berurah. If you do have anything dirty or chatzitza, then you would need to take a little bit of water to remove that dirt and that filth, which we've seen already from the Torah and the Shulchan Aruch. And then you're not going to have Revit Shlema. Then you're going to need to do it again. However, the Yesh Omrim. Demin hadin tzarich le'olam mayim shnim. Here's this Mishnah Berurah, right? So again, we saw in the Shulchan Aruch, we saw in the Ramah. Yeah, once Revit, no problem. However, so Mishnah Berurah, there are those who say that you always need twice. Vim ein lo rak Revit. If you only have Revit, yishrach minu shtei parmim. If you have Revit, cut it in half. Right? Even if you want to pour a Revit in one shot, or I'll call Yad v'Yad Revit b'fnei azma, or on each hand a Revit on its own. Tzarich achar kach gam kein mayim shneim. You're going to need to do it again. V'kata v'chay adam t'yish l'noken lito Revit I'll call Yad v'gam shneim. Says the Chai Adam, you need to wash your hands twice. And that appears to be the prevailing minhag in the Jewish people. If you tell people you have to wash your hands once, they're going to look at you funny. Really? Only once?
For bread and
well, forget in the morning for now. We're talking about for bread.
Okay.
For bread, it appears the prevailing minhag is twice. Right? Although we see you can do it once, but twice is better. If you have sufficient water. However, if you don't have, or if you're in a rush, or whatever the case may be, there is definitely, milismach. Again, if your hands are already clean, then you'd be sufficient just to do it once. But definitely mikara din, you should try to wash your hands twice, which is, I think, what generally is taught in most schools and in most places, is to be machmir for the Chai Adam, for the Mishnah Berurah, to wash your hand twice, and not to rely on once. Okay, let's stop there only because the next topic deals with the issue of drying your hands and lifting your hands up and then sort of lifting your hands up and connecting them to drying. And that will basically be our last. No, there's one. Maybe there's two more in here.